What's going on everyone, EK1 Gaming here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out this little retro handheld right here, the R36S. You have probably been seeing it pop up all over your feed and wondered, well, is it actually good? Or is it just another cheap device that you're not going to use? And if you are wondering that, this video is definitely for you. Today I'm going to walk you through the design, the screen, the performance, battery life, and finally, who I actually think this is made for. Who should buy one of these and who maybe shouldn't buy one. Let's get into it. The R36S is one of them affordable retro handhelds that promises to play everything from your old school classics up to more demanding systems in a pocketable Nintendo style shell. Basically, this is what it is. It costs £16 and on paper, it absolutely sounds amazing. In reality, there are some bits and pieces that I'd probably want to bring up so you know whether you should buy it or not. But at £16, $20-ish dollars, I think it's definitely worth the price. So first let's talk about the design. The R36S is basically inspired on the Nintendo and you can see it's lightweight, you can throw it in your pocket, throw it in a bag, and honestly it's pretty comfortable to hold for long periods of time if you are gaming because there is nothing to it. It's literally so light and so flimsy if you like. The buttons are okay, they're not premium, but for the price it's good. The D-pad and the actual buttons here work flawlessly. The analog sticks, again flawless, no issues at all, and of course you've got the back buttons here when you're playing those PS1 titles, you can use those as well. I've had no issues. There is a bit of a rattle, you can probably hear, but don't expect a crazy build quality at this price because it's really cheap Chinese build. Now, if you're coming from something more premium, so say you've got a Switch or Logitech G Cloud, then you're definitely going to notice a difference with this. You're not going to get that quality, but also you're getting this at like 5% of the price of one of those. But if you're coming for your first retro handheld or first handheld console, you're going to be in for a surprise because it is actually really good. So next up, let's talk about the screen. So for such a small device, the screen is actually one of the highlights of this device. It's bright enough to play indoors, play on airplanes, when you're traveling, generally in your bed or wherever you are in the house, and if you go out on a train journey or something like that, it's clean, crisp and sharp. It plays the games well, the colours pop, it's very vibrant. The text is easy to read on there, and the menus and stuff like that really do pop on the screen. Now, if you're going to go outdoors in bright sun or bright light, probably not going to be the best one because you're just going to get lots of glare. It's not going to look good. It is a cheaper screen, you're not going to get that quality that you would from other consoles. But generally using this, I'm in bed or just watching TV. So for me, the screen is absolutely perfect. The brightness is really good. So now let's talk about performance and emulation. So the big one, of course, performance. This is where most people are going to want it. Well, everyone wants to know, can this do exactly what it says it does? Well, yes, it's got 40,000 games on here. You're absolutely fine. NES, SNES, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Mega Drive, Sega Genesis, and most PS1 titles. These all run nicely, very smoothly. You can load them up in seconds. And really, RPGs, platformers, it's a classic feel. You'll remember them from when you used to play them on the actual systems themselves. But this one actually looks a little bit better because the screen is a little bit sharper. But once you start pushing into more demanding systems, that's where you're going to see something slow down. So some of the sort of PSP stuff, it starts slowing down, you get a bit of stuttering, and sometimes the games crash. Now, which is understandable, but if you've bought this to play high-end games, you're not going to have the right console. You're going to want something else. But if you've come in here just to play PS1 and below, get some nostalgia, then you definitely got the right console. So now let's talk about the software and overall user experience of the device. So out of the box, these kind of handheld often come, preloaded with a bunch of games. Like I mentioned, mine, 40,000 games. I went for the 128 gigabyte option. I'm not going to talk about how to get the games or what games are on there, but if you do want to know what games are on here or if there's a certain game on it, hit the comment section below, type it in, and I'll answer as many as I can by just simply searching on here to tell you. I will also leave a link to this product in the description as well from multiple places. So of course it works, it's functional, but the most, is it the most polished experience in the world? No, but it's pretty user friendly. You can pretty much just scroll through the system, pick your game, jump jump in and start playing pretty quickly. And if you're the kind of person that likes to tweak and customize, you can actually install custom firmware, you can adjust settings, make things a bit more smoother, you can even change loading screens if you plug it into your PC and change the logos and stuff like that on it. I'm not really into that, I just want something you can turn on and play, and of course this does that fine for me. Don't expect no Nintendo Switch level user interface, it's literally simple, as I say, cheap and cheerful. It is what it is. You pick your game, you play it. So now a quick word on audio. This is not really made for audio. The built-in speakers are okay. They sound very tinny. They're not very great, but it's loud enough, you know, for casual play. It's not going to blow you away. It's not going to bring back that old school chiptune music and retro sound effects unless really you put the headphones in and actually listen to it properly through there. Without the actual system, it's not great. It does bring back that nostalgia though with the soundtracks. It's got all the original soundtracks on there, so when you're playing the games it really does make you think about back in the 90s or 80s or whenever you was playing your games. Now, battery life. Battery life is pretty reasonable actually. It's going to depend on what you're doing, how bright your screen is, what you've got on, you know, what settings you're using, but generally I've had a few hours of gameplay per charge. So I've charged it up, it's taken me about half an hour to charge. I just use my Mac charger USB-C. For short sessions on the sofa, you know, a couple of hours here and there, it's been perfect. I get about 3 or 4 hours out of it, and then it will just cut off. It will, however, when it gets to about 20%, just cut off. So I don't think the percentage actually works on it, but you'll know when you get to a low amount, you know, it's just going to turn off on you. But you can save games as well, so make sure you just keep saving your games. It's pretty much what I expected when it comes to battery life for such a device like this. So that leads us to our end question: who is the R36S for? So, well, who is it for? In my opinion, it's the perfect console, or perfect handheld console, if you want a cheap way to get into retro gaming, play retro gaming, or you mainly care about 8-bit, 16-bit PS1 era games. You want something small and portable, just throw it in your bag, not worry about it, something cheap you don't have to pay a lot of money for. And I think that's generally for you, you know, if you want that nostalgia. It's not for you if you're expecting premium build quality, if you want perfect performance on every single system on here, if you hate messing with settings or slightly clunky menus, you know. But if you go with the flow of this, I think it's meant for those people who have probably played these games before for the fun of it and bring back those memories, because I know when I play it I have a huge smile on my face because I don't play these games ever and I've got them all in one place. So personally I actually really like having the device. I like having it around. It's just literally on my bedside table, so I pick it up when I'm in bed or when I'm watching TV and literally just play it, you know, just go back to that time in my life where, you know, I was happy playing these kind of games. And yes, you're going to notice the difference between graphics and stuff like that, but honestly it's going to take you a trip down memory lane. That's the way I can explain this. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. This is purchased with my own money, and I just wanted to do a video just because I've seen it everywhere and I had so many questions and I had to buy it to answer the questions. So for you guys, I'm hoping that I've answered your questions, but if I didn't, of course, put it in the comment section below. I'll answer all the comments. So if you have any questions on what games are on there, any settings, you know, how to do something, I'll do some other videos on this console as well, like adding new games maybe, adding more ROMs, stuff like that, and the best settings for you guys to enjoy this. Like I say, the link for one of these will be in the description below. Again, not an affiliate link at all. This is going to be links. I bought mine from TikTok shop for £16 because I had some kind of voucher on there for some reason. Don't know why, but you know, I'll link a load of stuff there. But basically just Google R36S and there's lots of different options, and some of them come with different shells, different colors, and of course with neon lights or RGB lights and all different kind of menus. They're not all going to look exactly the same as this. But thank you for watching, and don't forget, if you did enjoy today's video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.